you know, if you are able to tell collapse banks, and people who was unemployed, you cannot today say that. But even Mr. Speaker, with determination. Yesterday, I am so surprised. My respectable colleague, he made mention that he couldn't even hear. He couldn't even hear that His Excellency John Dramani Mahama spoke about job creation, and then he said any initiatives. But if
Honorable MS.
Oh, Ghana, me mind Ghana. Mr. Speaker, yesterday, I'm so sorry. I was young for Yababium, and then Mamunina acquire Basron, everybody RAZ Media show. Yes. And you know, Joe Edru said the anonymous RAZ. Oko Jumana Unyamaya, I we pin shower soon. I Coach Monya Maya for we pin shower soon. Oko Jumasona Bani what beam, ne boom, kama pa. Now near Bedi Jumano. Abuja, ene Masayamba. Na ene ya wasemoka ya wonsem bebre eka. Said you name no meeting Mr. Mafo hi RAZ Media GH on YouTube. And then me tea a pie make a cranty min kasakese e wasro. But yeah, you will hear me in any way. I will make sure say make a sound better in can ye pa. Now I also say Oba na wa share na who hear me pa. Obi sam Mr. Mafo now the other and there be Oba or see and share na who hear me. The message say also bo modern na share mame. I na yema kuma so ade mame. Na ene nsem how Mahama ne nkrofo no moto ahyase etetiba ai ebete won to a enkopem se ombeto omo ahose se Ghana for ewe yenye akohifo yenye nkwasiafo untumi mfa ya adwe eni agoro so wo ha eti ne ba ya bai ye be kyerɛkyerɛ nsɛm ye be fifi nsɛm the supreme leader can ho nsɛmfo a odi no wɔ man no ye be ka ho asɛm this is speak truth to the power bibia ne we betime sisi ye kwan ama ye nka nokore no mfa nkyerɛ to me. Yes, because Ghana nkasa no there will be a say we must to stay strong against oppressors. And any government that will come in power, our ben arguments or no the or be oppress the citizenry with his power. No, we the individuals to talk and make sure say that person who understand say Ghana for ye din ye say ye democracy. And say koto abawie na ye ba fia ye nim se de tie bia 4 years be so nti wo ya ade a na ye ni ye hwewo beto ya ama ne boroso a wo ya ama ne boroso a then you learn sense for your next elections. Abusia for ena de ye se revenue team for jo and this for so omokwa akochiro and this for so omokwa akochiro de ntia reverend in team for jo atete NDC photo ama bibia beda pefe se omo ya kromfo na wo de ami ntwa me ho kakra bi mra na yentie video we eye video amebo a kire ono tie ni ye pa e video a Kwasi Pratt a o ye NDC ni ena ekasa Kwasi Pratt o ye NDC ni pure untumi challenge no don't challenge him o ye NDC ni but to abab on truck can send binom. Nsem no mu edru pa. Yen konen konko tie na mentwa me ho na me no mu nsuo. video no see a near the de ho bia abrɛw na de mesro se miwia oba ya ade ba ko mesro wenne ene se share video no mame na wa like video no so aka ho and then your first time so remember to subscribe to the channel na be kan busuanko no ho o subscribe and fancy ho a fa unsa wo adoma no so said the be ya member life wa ubenya nkaibo se ma ba life no abejoin me because man who said this time me ba life wa nye mu nyina ena munya yen kan say a notification se ma ba life the enti aba ne sa ne say e bia na subscribe ye no wa mfa won sensi adoma no so enti akoba ne sa me ba life kura na unya nkaibo se ma ba life enti for sensi adoma no so na fa ko all was a personalized and answer acts would you first see also would you see also me the video 2 months on sabeka in my life on so on sabeka no abeka busuanko no no aye adwuma meso say bo modern na share video no mame like natural comments because mo comments no and eya na ho hia ye pa here kasa na ehwe mo comments na etima even sources of communication am yet to make ansem eto adwenem ema ne ko akiri enti message say oba na wa subscribe na wa comment na wa like video no na wa sign so do nsatia we abo adoma no so say te o de boso a in ba life bia you will not be left alone ho infantia ema menwia Maxwell Antwi menwia mo akwa abapa sa nso na yenwia Jo Asibu wonso memo akwa aba abuja o men share video no abeda yetie video we yewie ya near the main show no asiso then RAZ Media GH on YouTube and Kennedy Japan Junior on Facebook. We
have come to the point where our nation is in crisis. And one of the ways of getting out of this crisis is to be candid with ourselves. Of course, let's show ourselves respect. Let's respect each other and so on. But respecting each other does not mean that we should be burying things under the carpet and we should refuse to be candid with ourselves. You see, my brother, and on the line of being candid with ourselves and so on, let me say something very, you know, I want to say something, my brother, I want to say something very seriously. Look, the Mahama administration has been in office for more than 3 months. Listen to me carefully. It has been in office for more than 3 months.
Actually, the 3rd month will be Monday.
Just entered the third month. 7th January.
It will be 3 months on Monday.
7th.
What is today's day?
Today is what? Today is 5th. 5th. We are not even 7th.
Oh.
7th will be 3 months.
I like to be all right.
You are counting the days. Well, it's January. So it's in the 10th month. It's in the 10th month. But not
so
more
the
than
Mahama administration is
3 months.
10 months.
Yeah, that's correct.
That is no excuse for keeping anybody in office who has fallen out of line. If you fall out of line the first day, the second day, you must show the exit. This government has a huge opportunity to reset the country. And you can't reset the country with some of the ministers I'm seeing today. My brother, I'm serious. You can't reset this country with some of the ministers I'm seeing today. This government came to power partly as a result to mass opposition to reckless public spending, especially with regards to the National Theatre, the National Cathedral. Listen to me very carefully. So if you appoint a minister who in less than 3 months, I thought it was more than 3 months, but in less than 3 months, looks us in the face and says that we are going to rebuild the national, we are going to build the National Cathedral, and that those who oppose it, we will face them. Face who? We are going to face those who elected you into power.
Who said that?
I'm surprised that you don't know. That minister must be shown the exit now. He's not fit to be in office. You see, and if the government is able to take such measures, then the viciousness and malicious propaganda of the opposition would not be able to stand. But when government is not able to take a firm stand on these issues and discipline its people and so on, then it provides ground for malicious propaganda and so on. Master, I finished. Opposing privatization. And as ABA Fuseni says, what we need to do is to ensure that these enterprises, are properly managed by competent people. That's all. And we can get things done. We need to be reminded of our history. And the history of privatization in this country has been such a disaster, unmitigated disaster. You privatize 400 state enterprises and only 2 of them survive. What does that tell you? 400 state enterprises are privatized and only 2 of them survive. This ECG, we privatized the revenue collection, department of the ECG. I mean, gave it to the electricity company of France. It was a total unmitigated disaster. We tried to privatize water supply, gave it to Aqua Vita Rands of South Africa. It was an unmitigated disaster. What convinces us that privatization will work this time? It won't work. And look, over the last 8 years, you look at PDS, you look at what has happened with these containers and so on, and it's clear that this is an entity which can survive on its own. I don't want to go back so many years. I mean, when I used to work at the Ghanaian Times, as a reporter, I had a very interesting story. Our transformers got blown. Electricity transformers got blown. And there was a local company here in Ghana who could rewound the transformers. The managers of the electricity company of Ghana decided that they would not give it to the local company here. They would send it to Nigeria. And they sent the transformers to a church in Nigeria, the Olumba Church in Nigeria, to rewound the transformers. That's not, can you believe it? The transformers went, I think we paid them in pounds sterling. The Olumba Church, we paid them in pounds sterling. The transformers were not rewound. The transformers never came back.
It never came back.
And then when you're faced with such problems, you think that your quick answer is privatization. It is not. It is not. You understand? So I believe very firmly that this is a serious vindication of the Public Utility Workers Union and of the Trades Union Congress, and we should as quickly as possible abandon this reckless path to privatization.
$50 million. Subsequent to that,
Obi. And the airplanes numbers no match. And the backgrounds crying you be never catch up. What is even worse? The claim say none tie you do. We tie to a view my way than landing. And your punch I want to me
Obi on Casa tire.
There was an issue with the tie on Casa
tire. Obi. Issue with a tie where in your castle, when you punch out to be parky. We tie to a problem, when you punch with him a problem. And what is the problem with the tie? And you punch and 2 years. What possibly could be the problem with the tie? And your puncher, you can't land. You crash land. When I'm sure you've witnessed and I've experienced plane landing. But both from tiny a flatter, and ye. And if there's a problem with the tire, what was the problem? What was the nature? Either I have flat and I two. Either way, we should be discussing death and burning of an aircraft that landed wrongly. And we see tie no chechemu. What was the nature of the problem with the tie? Let's say be two tie, the 5 days in a two tie. Plain tie. And go and this is a tie see. Me tie, me car tie, as you say, aeroplane tie. And me can jumbo just no and yen your money buy
airport. Okay, one of the videos but you are saying say say ye too tired
5 days.
But he made the point say another flight had to bring in the people and the spare parts of the Babe replaced.
That even makes it worse. Thai Baku, you are importing mechanics.
No, me. Oh, you have to. I don't know, man.
Eric, when you bring
Thai Baku now.
No, Eric, we a serious issue.
No, serious issue.
No. Allow him to deal with it.
Obi, I didn't know fellows.
What is that?
Now they okay can be.
In the article, say a unheard of say.
I can't say we jack here if you can to tie that form.
Maybe to change tie, aeroplane tie.
Yes.
I say crown squad, another crew.
Yes.
Every anonym embra just to change one tie. Aeroplane ties and also. Young fellow guys almost it's no more than 4 ties. Let's say you craft 5 engineers to come and change 4 ties. Let's just say tie where they are play where they are playing tomorrow.
Obi wahu.
And a second yabu tre.
More time change will be answered.
Now it's
Obi
that strategy
and yes strategy.
Let him talk.
I need food protection. Now it's got to fiscal. You know, I is getting physical.
In the interest of our listeners and the respect we have for them. No?
Absolutely. Now, apart from enono, you say, I dey saying say Ghana ha civil aviation omo need ties spare ties or motor. What do you say? Any plane we nkwa na Ghana?
Yes.
Because of that, civil aviation they made provisions for some of these things. And when you board an aircraft near Bedroa, when you disembark, they do regular maintenance, any checks, and sign a copy. Until they find out that there is a problem with one of the ties, usually they would change it. Where do you think they get the spare ties from? Now, you have say, Ebi New Hokromu does at jet, ties in New Hobium. Now, Aji Dibiba, do you need a crew of 5 to come and fix it? That's one. The other issue is say, we are told say it was on transit. It made stops in other countries and made a stop here.
Yeah, to refuel. And then they later realized there was an issue with the tie.
When it was fixed, where did it go? Where did it proceed to?
I don't know.
Where was it supposed to head to?
I don't know.
Airport company, Assembly, Bemuna, I don't know. Civil aviation, Ejumani, I don't know. You should be able to tell us
where it was going,
where it was supposed to head. Because you don't allow people to see that.
The domain of the civil aviation.
No, but the airport company can provide said the destination was supposed to be this, but this was a transit point. In the civil aviation airport they should be telling us that the plane was bound somewhere else. The plane had to stop because of to refuel and so on and so forth. But say, see, I are not telling you, it's gone back. Just say, you are no Mukayano. I don't know or Munya be man. Aircon. I don't know. What is only wedding go? No, I'm saying what we were told. Say, they said they stop to well and proceed.
And I'm proceed.
Abusiafo mi anam me ba mu nyina akọ ababio yewrani nyankopo Ghana for nkwada ne Ghana for youth a munnim niema monte niema ase munyanhu mabakosem wa manyosem mu mozo mo pe Mahama enu ne Mahama mamoni o what defense akwa we ye ma ne wo ho defense akwa we man wo sense ben na wo no sense but oyandisi he must to defend his party. He must to defend his party. But yet dear we yet me and we yakame and we waka same way and to me ye and come ye intimate bidi na de ye man yakwa akwache enkrofo we ya sabio baller man omanye ye baller Bangladesh po sa akwa we emfata so bedi sa man no so enso Ghana for omanye nyankopo ahira ye hia only a good leader to make this country wealthy, you know. Yeah, the man we akwa akoshe nipa ono ba awurade nyankopo ye edo bi ana makoma ye me ya makoma dam ya na oyo nya bika he nya akesem nya agro ni media me si duru ba bi na me hu nsem we no bi de papa we betra konwa iso oyo a na oyo makoma ya oyo nya pa asempa ne me ka no because ba bi ana papa na na do danko akufo ado ne ye wura ba omia omo ahihye saa mane we yakwa koduru wa hu na nke ehia mfia 9 of the MPP party again. You will see how Ghana would have changed. Ghana would have changed completely. And then say, oh, can the whole Africa, but be a digital life. A question and nine so Ghana, I'm saying, Tosum, you know, an ambience. You were Morocco, ho. You were Tunisia, ho. You were Egypt, ho. You were South Africa, ho. You were Rwanda, ho. And so Ghana for, you Tosum, you know, an ambience. I don't remember very well this data. But that is it, 2 or 3, and it also. It tells you the developmental agenda na MPP amanyo kwekita in some. Na yakotwa ba de kwakoma kromfo we wasanya ba ene no de Ghana man aba be dan cocaine coast ono onini nwia omoye de omope ene omoye de omope ye ka mo se mayenka na sabio me father ne na asem kwasia yetia ne kote sompre no yetia so mane ye Ghana for ya transema yetia kote sompresa PNDC abetia de so NDC with Atamils Jo Mahama omo abetia so ene Mahama ankasa semba abetia so we all saw their ye hu di omo ye so we had a blueprint of these people. We knew them ye ni wo nsu ni wo mban aban baako entro bebre chesa kwana omo twa nkontompo na manipa bi odi NDC achi asabi ona dwene mu da ho pefe bia ena wo kese oni fendi NDC ana aye ntokwa ma no na ya asem video bi a medical boy so te ya kwasi prat ankasa kwasi prat na okotena TV so kasetia Dr. Bawomiane na na dugu omo ani mase in 3 months of this administration ono ankasa wa shoko sa papa no ne ba ye presidential staffer a owo Jubilee House a bosom so a ye twa sika mu eduru de ma no enso papa no kura no waye den uradi yankopon Ghana for nkura pa we talking about human development, human capital development, such a big agenda. America for some ye the human development in a year America. European countries and some ye the human development and human development and Europe ye and now me no say up to now ye who Europe and by force so because school up to secondary school. And by force, the friend Italy almost school at the Obrego. Just an obliged school, an obliged level of school. Upe Sani the teacher of mine, and then a ma quite man nipo woman or munyan nim the nyansa adrene omodi at no mine. Now, Ghana for no, they conduct themselves say. Sabio adie bia okese obeya wo ye ya na ye perfect. Ghana ni o. Mr. Ghana for e nipa bone. Ghanaians, we are born bad, very wicked people. They say odi opa wo. Ghana ni ba. Manaduane ni for 6 months. 1 week. So when you aduane amana ni a ɔno obenya asɛm ɔbɛhyɛ ase atan meso de opa man aduane ni 6 months na 1 week man tumi man aduane ni ɔno obenya asɛm ɔbɛ consider ɔsɛ onye nipa. That is what we are seeing. Maame mfachia enchia kakra ematifo na yenka jangum enti ya maame ya afre mpoma ene ohwem wo Facebook memo akwa aba sanso na maame retapia memo akwa aba yie pa minwa masodantwi memo akwa aba ena minwa panyini kwasi asamoa ohwem from UK mechiawo emo akwa aba Kofi Frank memo akwa aba pa Franklin T of Frimpong wonso no memo akwa aba Sister Diana comment style Michelle ye pa ena me maame Esther K Barima maame me mo akwaba wiya masode ntwi bi Michelle e mo akwaba ye pa abusia yaye ye ho abusia mesro se wo ba wabai a woni me ye adwuma yi ye mesre wa ne se wo modra na share video no mame share mame na like video no mame na sabio unyan subscribe nso e wo channel we so a message so be subscribe Facebook so unyan follow ya message se follow na wo subscribe wie e wo YouTube a ma won sa e ma do ma ne so se de be ya me ba life a obetem nkase ma ba me de nchiama jo asibu afua ageman kwasi amenwia kwasi asamoa ena Shadrack Ofosu be chachi amu nyina e ma mu nyina kwa aba soronko ene abusiamfo neba.
If you are able to tell collapse banks and people who was unemployed, you cannot today say that. But even Mr. Speaker, with determination, yesterday I am so surprised. My respectable colleague, he made mention that he couldn't even hear that His Excellency John Dramani Mahama spoke about job creation, and then he said any initiatives. But if
Honorable MS.
Wenum ni akosisa omo aba o. Wenum eni akosisa omo aba. Wenum na ene omo ba bedi oman no. Ye important issues with other nations are. Omo highly intellectual and intelligent people. Omo represent omo no. Enkrofo we no omo ko UK nom ne Ireland nom ne Canada nom ne ofene den Germany nom ne omo akodi nkomo atake decisions matter our life. Sama mi we na ekojira. Enti why no do that chakoshe himself. No wonder the foolishness that is going on in the country, because the people who are in the front line doesn't have the capacity to do what we call governance. Abusiye, ayana mikau. Governance is a very serious business. Leadership, it is a very, very serious business. You need to have that. You have to be called for. Enya about money. It is not about money. It is not about personal interest. It is not about greediness. Enya stomach direction the leadership. The knowledge, consciousness, purely consciousness. The tema, the tema ne di your mind so. But say, ya koto abani ye koyi sama yiwa wenom, ashawofo wenom, ye twitwi anim fa autobeji vote for. Ye kose somuso munkogu parliament wa. What are we expecting for? Then what are we expecting from them? But abushon ye nkoso na ye ni nkomo. John Mahama, he needs to be warned. I was so John Dariga Dramani Mahama antene ho ase se oman na ye de ahye ne nsa no ye nton emfa ma no John Mahama ntimi entene ho ase se emra bi wo oman no mu na nam saa mra no so ntia 7th December enipa dasani kosan lie de ne nsa kosi nkrata so pempem so ema ye de ball no obampanyini eye samra no e wo oman no enam samra no so na enam so a ye kan se ono na ye omampanyini a obi anyi ho akyinye aban a na ote akonwa so anyi ho akyinye Ghana for mpanyimfo anyi ho akyinye the youth in the country omo anyi ho akyinye na ye nyina ye gitu mu se ye nokre papa wei ono ena ye de bay omampanyini efiri ne enkopem 7 January 2029 John Mahama osonti ase se emratempo na ewo man no efe ne constitution no. There is nobody in the country or people who are minum nipa bia ni ho ewo minum a ono ni tumi ayekita no ebro sa constitution a ye nyina ye di yagye atuma eno na ye de boye ho ba na ye de chichire ye man monka ma ye wura darega ente ne ho asese sa kwanya na ye de ama no sa sabi Yosebio tumi na ne nsa aka ne na oditi oman no anase odidi oman na nim no se onyanti ase the meaning of that ya I was on ti ase se ya mani akwanya se oni oman na nim na onye den ontoto one na onye obi a oman ne ntoto ye no odi besi ne nan so na waye ya nkese ye de oman ne nyina hye ne nsa because ye kase oman anase aban anase sabio entoto ya ye de etena oman mu a enye the executive enye government ne nko a ene ye aban no ye wo omo ho a ye fere omo the executives ono na ye ne John Mahama ene ne nkrofo a wa paki omo e de omo akwa kogu hefa Jubilee House ho ono ne cabinet minister no ne na asefo ye free ho a ye wo the legislature a eye what the parliament omo na omo hyehyɛ mmara omo na hyehyɛ mmara omo na gye aban no ne niema a obeka tum ansana atumi aye adwuma ye free ho a ye wo the judiciary a eno na eye den ebo oman ne mmara no ho se mmara e wo oman no no ebe ye adwuma na obia bra be den ebe respect oman no enti de e wo se John Mahama nte ne ho ase ne se oman na eda ho no enye ne dia I was say Mahama nte ne ho ase se the citizens, the leaders, the people, everything in the country now and yen man yen chasi kama Mahama se onfamra meje Ghana emfa se ono ankasa na japade anase na busua ade ya kwanya bi na nsa asom na de also ntiase ne se ono ne nkrofo no ntiase ne se de bodua anka na ntwie ne tono enka wo konfo nsam also ntiase se de Jerry John Lawrence onumpo odi tuo ne sekan eni moja ne beje Ghana man ebedi so a edru baabi 2000 ye pam no a want to me I insist no saa na ono John Mahama so ne brebe so 2028 December said sabio ye wura kofo from 2000 to 2008 obedi o minus so a edu 2008 a ono ankasa epaja ni mu fra konwa no so edi to me a share Professor Evans Fifi Atamels ne nsamu no saa na ono so ne John Mahama ono so ne bre ebeso said ye wura sabio John Mahama John Mahama we yai. The first time or buy said yeah 2017 January. Ye pam no a free Jubilee House na na do betena konwa ho so no. Se onkaya anase ni wure fira. Onkai that moment. No fan to the team. Said the year another Danko Akufo-Addo from 2017 January. Enkopem January 2025. Obedi o man so abreson ya. Opaja ni mu. A ono John Mahama ene. Otia badwa no so no. Saa na ono so ne brebe so. Enti se wo wefo nsa na wahwe yo de. Mama Elizabeth Chan wakwaba. Brother Samuel Akuno me wakwaba pa. Se wo ye bibia na wahwe ne ye. Mahama ntene ho ase se Ghana mra no enyo no ene hwe ema mra ye adwuma. Na e wo so santene ho ase nso se oban na otim no ye wo democratic govern part country. Ghana nye Burkina Faso, Ghana nye Mali, ena Ghana ewo ho enye de be enye Niger ana se sabio Guinea enye Guinea ye de ensa na koto aba na yi no se president enti de obeye no de oye bia no onfa ento constitution no ho no so ne constitution ni nyina ejina brane kro. Mahama betena konwa so yi eyayem say persecutions which huntings are hodo a ekoso wo manum, especially against the main opposition party leadership or the sympathizers no eyaye dodo eya broso de yewura Mahama ne a soldier for eye ne Ghana man no eyaye me say ya sign akoyachi in the areas in the age of AFRC4 omobreso. The Yula Mahama ye nke ya me say ya sign ako PNDC. The Mahama ye ne na kwa kwese o man na yetimu no ye ne mra ode ne kokoso ade ene ye adwuma. Na mon kamanente se de ensuo toye no saa na wi abebo enipa ya to abama wa ye to ye koye campaigner obaye o campaigner na wo ye de na wo can say you wanted to come and change the country called Ghana. O can tell say o de ade bi by a funny resetting agenda a means of creating job, a means of what? Inventing an initiative was here for the 24-hour economy, 1 to 3. Papai ebebano. The all country yen say Obama make sure say Sebio akurabia uko school anopa ubenye aduane adi premier sa ansa no free school. Na de ba ne saying ena witch hunting ena ekoso. Political witch hunting ena Mahama edemaye. Mahama campaigned on issues concerning lawlessness in the country. But Papa will better konyasono. I believe and I see say the ono yeno a unprecedented. Niama John Mahama yeno o mainum no abroso. Enipa ba akopɛ oba tena konwa so ene wo si wakohia container bi wo ha container sika ne hwan gum gold ne hwan na ya mutu ayira ye wo hwa ye bete ye si wakopiem ewo the former governor of Bank of Ghana ni fie wako. Why Mama, what is wrong with you? You have you have a lot of things to do. More important than what you are doing. When you have emergency, I will say you have to deal with them. A bit is like I'm saying, who did platform so ye campaign a hodo, mu ye demonstrations a hodo, mu didi na another danko kufuado atem, mu chatu MPP mpemfo binum so mo na ye garam say ne na asefo nti omo wa aban mu nti ye ntumi nya garam say John uba ye the effort wa udi ye witch hunting on political opponents sui sa effort no adenti a won fanhye the fight against garam say mo nanka garam say suntwa aden obetra konwa sui ene de garam say no ye di aba be wura manfo fie amanfo fie ankasa ene why garam say site ene the forest reserve guide for omukọ wura ma garam say fo timi hia won bobo wontuo ene ensuo etene yetimi ko broku nsuo no say yekutu garam say wo ho ena me no ka say uye sabio anti garam say squad bi na ukoba bi say o kokko tia garam say wo ho a yetimi ka kire say ya ban na aba, you don't need to come here. MC need to me fro ka kire say adenti a one kan kire me say o ba ba ye operation wo ha enti free hako. All of these things Mahama said he don't care. Sansam fu we nyina ekoso Mahama say ono de onfa ho. But the ono wo interest woman say the national security na enka garam say entokwa no e wo se nka enye omo dadwene e wo se nka enye omo yenka na say their responsibility to stop it no sa nkrofo no mom na Mahama di omo nam amanfo fie edi juma bone ese niema ebubu niema na yeye unlawful arrest Mahama ade abana ye kotoma ono yankwa nkoto abana ama o sebra na bechi Ghana fo a omunye bone entia wo engumo yankwa nkoto aba mfa tumi ama o sefa tumi no ye den ebe intimidate ye anafa wo tumi na ye de ama on be den ebe ka ye nhye yankwa nkoto aba ma wo se sebio woni wabusua ne nkrofo kakra bia omo atwa wo ho ahia omfa oman na omfa nye de omopewo yesebra na be solve the problems that we had the original so our campaign and to ya sumu no eno mom na nka ye hwehwe e de afiri wo ho na so entisa papa e de se adwemone e woni tim boni a opese oninti a oman ninti na busuane ne nkrofo kakra bi omusika omubenya na ho hia ninti de ekoso wo oman num bi ye unlawful no ontie na mmom no enipa ombetu omonwusi wo so ombe defend for the interest of the country no mom na papa ne se obede odi nani asi won so se obede obeye wona kaya kade Mr. Anderson, I'll call fee. Dear no kuye. Dear no unya free the former governor of Bank of Ghana ho. Uko ni fee ho no. Dear no unya free ho. When yahwe na no Dr. Bawumia police panyin odi na chi. Mot ono so matu akoni fee. Ano so mko dear na munya mo nyahwe. Ene Reverend in Tim Fodjoa wa dream money e da wutim omanya yaji din amanfo buyen aban omanya wiase amansa nyina nim se ye nipa bi asebio o kan de bone ne enu bone ne na asefo a yenka ho ene mine na ode ba be dane no bone sabi osabu empoano a ho na ye be ye no bone ho adwuma na sabio allegations obi the allegation beto so a what is the right thing to do? So bia be kan sem ato sabio the national security agencies so say omo the ade bi sie oman no now we are president now wotena ho emma police for timi ko papa ni fie with that court warrant ekoho in a Rambo star ekita tuo hihye max ti said ye kwa akoko tia terrorist papa na the democracy ena meno so ntia ye koto abade ma o ma obedi o mampanyini no na wagya ne wo hefa kai ba bi ofiri ba because of democracy ntia oti ba bi oti no abusia ene Reverend in Team Fodjoa oye ranking member Emma Yankan say the aviation our the assembly to abonten say over the thousands of aircraft omubesi Ghana maimuno according to him aircraft mienu bi aba mine mu a their motive of coming to the country na enye kre suspicion is say omodi nkokonte powder enenam ene NDC for paying for asthma police for say yen konkoche no na wa hwe we hu we ase brana na do te akonwa so da bia me ka se na na do de Ghana for mo be kai na su mo be dey Ghana for be kai na na do asu dache papa we breso ensema nipa da sani ka fa na ho okuja tabra kwa false allegations Captain Smart another false allegations ofani den ye kan ya koduba bi kura po se chama wuntumi na se ya poison obi edi nipa ku kura to nipa so mane ye kan ye se sabio NDC for Jimmy for supporters bia tachiman omukodi nkwasi asem se omukokuma police for a police for no dan omani ball won to ku won no ye kan se na nado na ku won yam fancy ho many more false allegations ebeto abontene eduba bi kura podi ye se na nado ne maame bi ye se fani se wa bro no ne na koda NDC communicators Kotre TV so come and amanfo gitum samijam finom and na asefo. Let's don't talk about the bloggers. But because of tolerance and because of leadership quality and democratic minded president in T. I can say the allegations are not rare, they are false. So he did not even give attention. But Mahama didn't see. Dear Bang, and I see a mun contompone dear why ye I wouldn't say ye bonnet. Why wouldn't the prefer say a no cre and a Reverend in Team Fodjoa Cantino? Why just so be tatano? Ube hunano, ube canano atum, ube man ansem akaniem. Ade, enya juma. They can say after the election. Now me tanka say abana ye the board techino. Actually ha ye the board ba we have not get to anywhere. Na momo de no me kan say enye say ye be ye propaganda be can throw the agumusuo. We are coming to talk about the rare fact. And in the best shake mono. because we will come out with the reality on board. In some no said the etienne you can intino. Ye can't be a moya, a bear woman, I'm a woodin some for more, and ya same one casamo party no. Mo party no, sinke. Amiya Ivan Sankana no akwaba, Docas K akos ma unso akwaba. And na akua afro mo akwaba pa. Ma mese wa me mo akwaba ye pa. Abusu ameso se mo like video no ma me na yes mo ma yen share video no nso na yenko yanim na view no wo from pa mesre mo ase mo ma modena amesre mo ase mo like video no ma me na mon share ma me nso na yenko yanim. Yes mekae we know who these people are. Obo ye criminals. Sako kensem na yewura ntim fojo beka ya na me no so ene Mahama asoma ne nkwasiafo jakwa jimi se omonkoche reverend ntim fojo no ye kwa akoche not because papa na di ntro e de agu sabio the security agents no omo anim asio ye kwa akoche because ye nokre yes se utimu fa utima abo anye den enkawo anase onwewu na mo na se Mahama nim se nokre na papa na eka na se eja no mane ba ebekere e give out more accurate information to say the information na no de baaye e de bekere mete e ho ase se pray na afere so wusu kwache kan e ma Ghana since 3 months information so de bekere ye say fere so wusu kwache kan say pray no na omo ko UA Europe no na omo ba informations on internet ye authentic kire say pray ni tu ye no a sign ko ni ba bi ofiri baaye na onko ba bia enam say evidence ni ye tangible na ye reality on the ground so nti and this aban na o hyase a omodi ye no bone ho adwuma e wo Ghana ban mu no omoto eye dan e wo wo. Now, the more you try to defend, the more you make more mistakes, and people would understand. Each and every Ghanaian will understand the mood intro. Because first of all, this time, we are in the technology, a world of technology, time of technology. Maybe before Ansana, my video na yede koche papa no efri ni fie no. I want to show you something. Abusha minim ebi ana wunim. Ene wahu. We ask we are away. Picture bia ubehu no. Sa picture no. Sa upese uhu ba bia ye twa no. Tiemi yo. Fere so usu kwa chipa. Nobody say ya jimi wahu. Ena me no to ho miua. Picture bia ubehu no wo internet no so no. Upese uhu ba bia ye twa no. Afia ye di twa ye. Any day you can find it. And you're very easy. You're very fact checking. In this picture now for this usu kwa chide beto ho. Say a picture o try ne wo. Sabio Kotoka International Airport no. Miwia enye nokre obwa. Wan try ne ho. Sa picture way. Wan kasa. Sesi afa internet no. Download picture na. Fere so usu kwa chede be kire Ghana for say eye picture ye twa ne wo Kotoka International Airport no. Fa sa picture na ko Google. Na ko ye research na hwe. This will tell you where the picture was taken from. So we are research we are catch up face. Sa picture na for so usu kwache de ba ya uhu ni ho no. Sa picture no ye twa no USA. na se woto aso na kenkan na wokɔ w'anim picture na ka kyerɛ wo pefe so sɛ wode video we ɛsan so ka kyerɛ wo the year in which that picture was taken. Mon ka kyerɛ fɛre so wo so kɔ ahyɛ yɛn nkora wo. Look at something here. Or say where internet search you one kasa obetumi aye bi. This time camera we ebo telephone we achi uhu enwura ahaban kora na esi form na opese uhu ahaban ni nti na wo de ko Google e frɛ ba bi Google picture Google lens ko ho na twa picture no e fa to Google for Google lens ni twa picture no it will tell you where what is the name of the plant, where it grows. It will tell the same thing. And as a offer picture now they call Google Google will tell you everything concerning that picture. And the picture now for this the buyer or do in the name of information minister, somebody who is talking for the country. Information minister and NDC communicator. A very disgrace and very dishonest for Ferris Kwache as an information minister. Our Onkasama party now Okasa in the name of the country. Etimba bontimbe chan trodi ni padjune edia grot se de yem kura. Now let's read what is written here. Or say the picture was likely taken between when 2017 and 2019. Let's give a benefit of error. Yem for 2 years enka ho. Henti say 2019 or the 2 years count 2001. Benefit of error. Based on the aircraft registration, branding and operational timeline of air method freight. Where a hefa we near first one near when bra ye twa picture no when where na ye twa no the location is likely a regional airport in the United States, possibly in the Midwest, Southeast or Southwest. Example, Texas, Georgia, or the Carolinas, where AirMed operates many of its air medical bases. Abushia, a Yemen American, a Google lens, and a car. Sa picture way feriso su kwache e de be kire Ghana fo so no asem na yenwia panyini Reverend Fojo Intim eka eye ntro eye nokre odi ntro because of say or the evidence aba e ba be kire say airline no ye oba ye twa picture ye twa videos. Now, you know what makes me more mad? The mommy ye mad and they say, what comes into Feriso Kwache's mind? First of all, say, pray na ba eba be repairs. Now wasan ko muko video equipe records. For what purpose? The eneba mutima mo yes adian. The ben eneba mutima mo yes adian. The truth of the matter and say. Feriso usu kwachi ni NDC for believe say Ghana for ye kwasea for ye nimu nyansa. Omo believe say even the smartphone e kita yen. Any computers akesia. Feris ofosu kwachi. Ma me da ase bebre. Me ma wakwa aba nso. Sanso na de ka achemfo nso mu wakwa aba. Phones na e kita yen any ye kan say computers akesi esisi efie meme computers ye hu a wa obesoko esisi efie ye use no Ferris no believe say we don't know the use of it entino wakwa picture bi e de be ye dan e be kan kire yen say that is the picture of what of Otoka International Airport. Meanwhile the evidence here is telling you say that picture does not what comes from Ghana, but rather comes from where? It comes from America. Our picture no, according to what the young kind said, the Google is revealing, it is something that was taken in 2017 and 2019. Antifaris. What was the intro? So what I'm demanding now, they say, Ferisusu Kwachi does not deserve to be the communication director of a country called Ghana. He needs to be sacked. Ferisusu Kwachi must to be sacked. On to me, yes, I do money ye. Or ye nipa bi okanokre, or ye kontomponi, or ye nabrabani. He cannot handle such position, which is very critical. I feel so for Sukwache, Makai. I wish I'm like video Namon share mammy. Mr. Master Mon like and Namon share mammy. Mr. Mon said, Mon share Namon like him, mammy. I was here, way a year. Evidence-based analysis. So, and yes, be a Mr. Mafu. Menkwa 7 appear me Makwaba. Makwako shed daimu. And am I day? Ma try to what? To divert things. That be when your propaganda. Se also untimasia. Kope picture. I mean, hear picture. I mean, fanchilo. Se also untimasia. Na se be or do se be a media agora. One kasa. Kwana kwa pictures ni bi. Now go in Google. Now search for that picture. It will tell you where the picture is coming from. Se unjimi niya. The kind efa one kasa o picture with your phone aye den atwa. Na yes our research no. We are research no chiro ba bia utwa aye na ye nokra. Then you continue to do the research with the pictures ya. Feriso fosu kwache. Ede ba ye say Ghana for yen jintum say eye Ghana na ye take sa picture no. Picture ni look at the picture. Let me show you the picture. Look at the picture. The picture itself is here. Sa picture way. Google amayate e ho ase say in free Ghana. In fact, so here chire ho here. It shows very clear, say, this is a very busy runaway. But this picture is what Ferisu Ofosu Kwachi came to Ghanaians to tell Ghanaians, say, this is something that was taken from where? From Ghana. Now, idea. Any new? Idea any easy. Just go to the Google lens and put in this picture and it will give you these informations. And the demand of today and say, how can the whole information minister a budget sika ye de mano eso sene sika ye de koma Ghana fo ma se omonje emfa nyidwa Ferris Ofosu Kwachi ya man 78 million Ghana dwadifo ma ye de 51 million amamo na sa nipa no etimbe gina nipa domanim edin tro kata na ni twa ntro e kan de onte ye e de Ghana for bone be na de Ghana for so Ferris Ofosu Kwachi does not deserve to be where he is. Or you be a contemporary. We no know we chronicle liar so. Ferris Ofosu Kwachi no. A chronicle liar. Otumi katana ni etwa ntro kan sembi asabio ono ankasa nim se ye ntro but because of cheap propaganda nti kwasi ampanyi ni timi katana ni di ntro na menim se aban amanyoku a wote akodwam we propaganda amanyoku a wote adwam atumi nyina hye wonsa instead of you to bring fact and figures to fight against maybe you are rather creating propaganda into the system. Aden na wei enye obiana papa mayen ni nyina gina John Mahama so. The reason why for the Sofusu Kwache got the audacity to do this foolish thing, they say, you are John Mahama Tanachi, or no, yes, I dare no. Because in Kenya, sir, for the Sofusu Kwache has no business to come and defend allegations, sir, go against aviation sector. Because civil aviation for and uncommon responsible for such things. So look prebesia, I'm also munya details. And if somebody was supposed to come out to defend these things, Kenya for the National Security for Customs. Omune was saying can defend such alleged activity. But then I'm saying Mahama na share chirintino. He is rather there trying to convince Ghanaians. And Jabusia, me can here on this platform, I would tell me with authority say, and some for the Sofosu Kwachebet now who can't the Ghana for you and throw. In the Assembia, you were in team for Jordia Betua Bontano. Ye you hemu ye, ni who the outcome of the investigation. Because for the Sofosu Kwache, a throw for. And this is for Binuma Babonten say, Yen Sake Ferris of Fosukwashi because of your trofo. Tia video way na yen toaso.
Would you share Muton hard drugs, hard liquor? Look, the punishment comes to you, the one who is selling it. What do you mean, cotton like weed, and marijuana, and cocaine, more be say, me na me a producer of it. Now, unkola mo ye. Onyankopon eno de oye fast papa wo ton pe wan kasa won kola mo obese omo ade odi bese omo he doesn't care, but at the end of the day you will face it yourself, your family will also face it. So meaning say President Mahama on me in fact Ghana and yes say because say the Ghana be yes ade we are so omo kanu me cases ebedi but Felix Owusu Kwachi anka mini President Mahama Ofosu Kwachi anka mini President Mahama, I will remove him from that place as a communication. I'm telling you
why,
because of the things are okay in any. I'm telling you
and yema ben sa no waka
and say security officers after Mr. Honorable in team I'm honorable in team ko say onu die sa information no na onu de ohun se nipa mu kan na onu so kan ye but oni we onu ne kan ye
contrary to the honorable team for Johnson say obi akra invite
mfreno na ye wo country Felix Ofosu Kwachi is not communicating for President Mahama. He is communicating for Ghanaians with this type of attitude. Maminka it will push the NDC into a place that it doesn't want, and Ghana, all of us will be part of it. We don't need people who don't tell the truth to be communicators. We don't, because okay, when you tell the truth, you don't need a good memory to be able to end up remembering whatever happened. You don't need a good memory. Telling the truth is the thing to go.
And the Felix Kwachi so you think should be sacked
immediately, but the president with immediate effect should sack should dismiss him. Not dismiss him completely.
Na afei and the national security coordinator man penisha say on put na issue no wo. He say was about 2 days abra President Mahama directly say he put up a team as of Friday ye twem ye na afei and the national security coordinator man penisha say on put up team together no kra no invite various reps from the various investigative bodies na man peni eboboso no fam kwa President Mahama a statement ni so biem na me sure a bodies no oboboso no as of Friday say ye ka say we are yet to even know say Narcotics Control Commission edomuni pako. We are yet to know say police CID edomuni pako. We are yet to know say National Investigation Bureau edomuni pako. But as of the time and Felix Eka so catch there say team no afre Honorable Reverend Tim Fodio said he should collaborate. Now the question was, which team? Team benefit Reverend Tim Fodio. Because there's supposed to be a team. President what kind of was it? I have directed all relevant investigative agencies, NACO, police, NIB, and National Security Coordinator to immediately and fully collaborate with the honorable member of parliament. As of that time, my issue is Honorable Felix Kwacho Fosu, the president write-up was clear. It was clear. As a member of parliament, I can't say on what basis and now back to conclusion say the member of parliament was lying. Honorable, what do you make? President say, oh no, near what he said, the honorable member Akenye, or no as commander-in-chief of the Ghana Armed Forces. Ebony who? The young Shisheno. And not the Yama Ghana for Yanto Kobonase. Et my young put a team together. Near your assembly. Investigation no quan shall see. And quiet. But honorable Felix Quacho for you catch there say. Honorable in team for your a chantro. Why the cat was honorable in team for your chantro?
Would you share of it? Now, Uncle my ye. Unyankopon, and no dear your fast papa. Would tongue pet one casa won't call amo or best or more. A dear or the best or more. He doesn't care. But at the end of the day, you will face it yourself. You, your family will also face it. So, meaning say President Mahama, on to me in fact Ghana and yes say because say the Ghana be yes idea we are. So omo can me cases a bediachi. But Felix Owusu Kwachi and Kamini President Mahama Ofosu Kwachi and Kamini President Mahama, I will remove him from that place as a communication. I'm telling you. Why? Because of the things are okay in any crap. I'm telling you. And Yama Benz are no say security officers after Mr. Honorable in team. I'm an honorable in team Koyako say or no dear. Say information no on no who say nipamu can on so can but only when contrary to the honorable team for Johnson Obia cry in your country Felix Ofosu Kwachi is not communicating for President Mahama. He is communicating for Ghanaians with this type of attitude. Maminka it will push the NDC into a place that it doesn't want, and Ghana, all of us will be part of it. We don't need people who don't tell the truth to be communicators. We don't, because when you tell the truth, you don't need a good memory to be able to end up remembering whatever happened. You don't need a good memory. Telling the truth is a thing to go. And the Felix Kwacho for so you think should be sacked immediately, but the president with immediate effect should sack should dismiss him.
Simplicity. They are unable to take the actions that would ensure.
Abusian, the entire member video action say papa we no yen trofo. Ferris Owusu Kwachi no oye kontomponi dada. Oni muntrodi. Say what is say NDC for bi me yan kan say babies with sharp teeth. This man is one of them. Entro. Where Mimia Caliph Jabe Memo Akwaba. Where Khalifa, yeah. Papa we oye kontomponi pa. Onimuntro di ankasa. The propaganda machinery they are setting in the NDC, this man have a very high position in terms of propaganda. Now, the Tientrobi Odini Waha, Assembly Okokan in 2024, any and Sema Papa Weyeka. Mammy Quenya Kwaba. Odintro, and this affair is a bien and also Kasa. Now you're Ghana ni now Jini Tuma, or Yirawa Drain. Or Yirawa Drain. Or say what that would team just for his personal benefit. But that video way, the content of it, any the issue of today. But I want you to listen to him. What he said in 2024 and what he said in 2025. And then how more by more. Just to show you, say, or you contemporary, on cannot correct. Now we are building our what? Our points. Yeah.
I don't think that the state of Ghana does not have the capacity to deal with such miscreants or bandits destroying our environment. The problem that we have, and the reason why it has escalated to this scale, is that there are greedy, corrupt, money-loving people in the ruling government and ruling party that have gotten involved in this activity. And because of their complicity, they are unable to take the actions that would ensure that we effectively win the battle against illegal mining. Because in your inserts, the inserts that you've played, the reports that your journalists have found, we have heard the involvement of general secretaries, women organizers, regional chairmen, city mayors, MCs, DCs, parliamentary candidates, presidential staffers, all belonging to this ruling party involved in this activity. How does a government, on the back of a new regulation that is enacted, give concessions to people who form companies overnight, simply because they belong to their political party, to go into forest reserves that, as you yourself say, have global environmental significance, and destroy it in the manner that they are doing without any action being taken against them? So the problem is, in my view, not the young men and women who are desperately looking for jobs, who are involved in the activity. The problem is the entry into the fray of this government. The problem is the governmental complicity. The problem is the greed, the immorality, the corruption of those we have entrusted with the affairs of the country. So when Professor York and his folks call for action on the part of the citizenry, I think that is in the right order. The problem, the issue, Samson, is that this government has demonstrated that they are never going to address this problem because they benefit from it primarily. First of all, I'm not sure that a timeline is necessarily the conversation we should be having. I think it should be a lifelong activity. The point is that we cannot guarantee that people will stop wanting to do galamsey. Every time that somebody plans to do galamsey and actually starts doing it, it is the duty of the state to fight it. So to the extent that humans are such that they will always want to go and do something contrary to the law, we must remain eternally vigilant. What matters is that people see demonstrable commitments to fighting it. So that today, if you are engaged in galamsey or I'm engaged in galamsey, okay, we will be stopped by the government and action will be taken against it. I think that is what people want, rather than limiting yourself to say, oh, in 2 months I will fight.
What was your papa no entro for? I brought to opposition. What's your go entro for? For the so kwache nka no kore. Of so kwache. Onye ni po ka no kore. Oti opposition or say say untumi mfati garamse na say wo aban no wudidi wo garamse ho. And now betna aban mu no entro bi mo say eya ade bi anipa na epese onye. Enti enya de bi betumi atwa timeline ato say ye fight. Now, it needs the involvement of each and everyone to fight against galamsey. You see how dishonesty he is. The video we so sakwa we e ko chain se obutu obi yere so ene na da. Fair is where camera nim can say oni oba na abra ya kwachi so show oba na bedroom. The video we is oye ni papa o. Fair is ofosu kwachi oye nkontompo ni 100%. Oye obi o a very dishonest guy. Oyo obi a nokre ni na kwan mu. Oyo obi o ka nokre. Oyo obi a nim yen kan say intellectual dishonesty e na hye ne ma e wona brabo. The video we. Say what you can what akanya me? What the time I do that? What the time I Good morning. Is it your shame? You will shout. Me, I will not deal with you. What will you say? It's just shame on you. I'm just recording you for both to see the good girl you are. Fellas, I will record every single thing. Should I call your wife? Should I call your wife? No, should I call your wife?
Do you know my wife?
I know your wife very well.
Do you know my wife?
Same way I know you, I know your wife very well.
But
Should I call your wife? What are you doing in my brother's room at this hour?
Why is that I'm talking to you and you're recording it?
Because you will change it. I know you.
I won't change it.
You are an expert in lying.
Listen, you are insulting me.
Okay, so my sister didn't see you in the washroom. Okay. Okay, fellas, talk to me. I'm the only person who can talk.
But the way you are behaving, how am I going to
talk to me? Nobody will attack you.
Madam,
Felix,
listen to me.
If you talk to me nicely, you end it here. But if you play hard, I will be hard. Okay, so then let's go. Let's go.
Talk to them and let them calm down. Talk to them and let them calm down.
They will come down based on me. I'm the man here.
So come and let me talk to you.
Okay, let's go. Let's go. But I would like to record it. Okay, this is my senior sister. What she says, listen. He says he wants you to see something. Why don't you say it?
But what is the point in all of this? But what is the point of all of this?
What is the point of all of this? My only point is, what is an honorable member doing in my brother's girlfriend's room at 5 a.m.? My brother is coming down to marry the same girl. Felix, this is not the first time I'm seeing you in this house. I'm the good type. You come here, you sleep, you wake up, you go. I don't mind. But it's too much. My brother is getting married. That is the painful part of it. Felix, listen.
I'm talking to you.
Let's talk. But I would like to record it. For tomorrow's sake.
No. Oh, but why would I change it?
It's my phone. I can decide to send or delete it.
But what are you going to do with the recording?
What am I? Because when you deny anything, I can go back to it. Okay, so now you agreed you are in my brother's girlfriend's room. Okay, fine. So now we can talk.
This question is you.
And contemponia ya question so butu obi yire so. Ye the camera try video picture ahunu short obi dan mu. Ferris ofosu kwa achese yen nokore. Say ohwe obi dan mu. Enti sa nipa we, how can you believe in such person and appoint him as Minister of Information? Akwawe, anytime that he will come out to talk, it is a lie. Onyan kasa yempono, admit say odi ntro na chiro, because he's well organized and plan and expert in lying. Oyentro fo kontompo nipa. Na abusia, ye kan enim say yedi agro. Fere sofosu kwachi in 2022 ka kire Ghana fo nyina say eni kwanse se obi ka asem na ofini se enye nokora odi police ana soja bekwa akoche no betene Ferris ofosu kwachi se they will use Reverend Intim what is the name? Oh, Bombo. Intim Fojo as an example. Now I can name him so diagro. Would you a video when I am to
Used unreasonable.
Yes.
In the case of people deemed to be aligned to the NDC.
Yes.
And that horrendous crimes committed by MPP folks are allowed to pass. You know that he's not exercising any discretion.
What is
they are engaged in a hatchet job against NDC functionaries and supporters. That is what they are engaged in. And I'm not going to
what end?
Listen, so that it cows people like myself and others who are up in arms against this government.
I see.
Into silence. That is what that is intended to achieve.
From everything I work and from the share video, really, then this whole investigation is cross and necessary.
It is just so that an example is made of him, so that people will refrain from that kind of behavior. Otherwise, it can weigh any other mercy also.
So what? Ferris Ofosu say they just wanted to use Reverend Intim Fojo as an example. Say the beya omobeka Ghana for no atom enti yebe tata no yebe chino just to make an example of him. Now ni him say he was just saying it like that. Abusia ene yewura Reverend ni fie the course ewo ho anyway right there.
When we do hanu Reverend John Intim Fojo fie the gate no and I know edin komo yi. Since about 2 p.m. away and now nobody benchma we assume said bisa ebekọ so hanu mu. They was said the ebekọ so hanu the yan say National Investigation Bureau and there on the PM we Reverend Intim Fojo fie hanu mu no ma beto nsa afre no na say o ma china ne sa and the answer and tell me to hanu me say na be ya sa na tie timi abon de ro e da kire Ghana for and we do hanu mu de sa and tie memman kasa two ekita omo fully armed omo ade be mu ha no mo a omo onanti na ne say revenue team for jo say na da bedwom da Ghana for any no so ko kan sem bi o make allegations be say flight be see o man Ghana mu ha no o susu say that flight no edisika any endobone and ebo ma we mu enti na o twimpinifo agina so say sa na ekoso ntipinifo entum anamon sasemi o kan yi and then say anya aban ede na afen so mpinifo o mo hwe ahwehwemu so anya o mo dan metan no ka say de o mo tu anamon ende aba ne fie aba da cheno say na be a some one as evidence and I say evidence bi owo ewo de o kan no ho no wetin ga tu mpinifo enimu a eno na de pimu ha no dia menia na nye asam keto wanka sanga esanse wo me pimu ha no asafem bambo 4 o pimu ha no no political parties ahodo NPP for supporters so be pre so ha no papa NPP for ahodo be pimu ha no lawyer attaching ha be pimu ha no youth organizer of the NPP be pimu ha national organizer of the NPP so be pimu e ha no NPP for be so be jafo akese of the NPP be shimu ha no be share say the ecoso ha no o metini appointed here revenue in team for jo na NPP ten course be pene yempene no ye ekoba ne say NPP for any national investigation group for estimating komoma ekoba ne say chi omoba ye so marechi revenue team for jo no ne chene de entimi enya ambaso ama say me look at the revenue team for jo e woni de mu a ojo no ho
okay you heard there who where yes sanso ye nwa now omai na yetim no you cannot just wake up and go to somebody's home to arrest the person. Untumi nsore nkase wo ya aban wo party na wo power wo ye security coordinator na hwan nti ukochi obi o. The enforcement of the law a duty of the police enye sojafo a police for na yesa adwuma. Now before a policeman can come to your house and arrest you, you need a warrant from the court. Judge science kochi nipa we. You know what we do? Unless you are a criminal, ye ma wo fie say a barber chow, but ye ma wo invitation to present yourself. We be ankoso. Rambo star gang. Yen can say who say NDC aban no if they believe to be a gang yo say cartel yo say dear benyo na maso am ho to say nkwasiafo kogu obi fie ye ba bechew without warrant without inviting the person before ye invite you say bra na wan kwa then the police have the authority to come to your house and arrest you. This man is a member of parliament. This man is not obia, criminal bia, sabio, chromophobia, watchina, unim so bedjane. Or a member of parliament, you'll be to invite the man back police station at any time to answer your questions. And Maho Quine, the Mahama and Crawford, no. It is unlawful. Illegal. We brought for you. Emra ma ho kwai efom mra so be ko bi fie so kwa akoche and especially an member of parliament na wanya soldier for agimi for binum so de akire order from above yen kore nkonkoche no na wanya kohwifo soldier for binum jimi for bi yese omo national security for. This is unlawful. We are not living in a country of Republic of Banana. And I entail my ambranimu. Yet the Mrane ye Juma wo democratic country. Now look at this video. Look at how they went into the house of the MP. Where are they?
Boss, obi ma me data on am send movie. No me so me me phone so I say me do ya. Baby me need data. Ntaji e na no ma.
Na me asem dey ya ne say, look at the face of these guys. Who? Enipa amonkochi obi a police for amonkochi nipa onye a member of a cartel onye mafia boss na monkochi no muko ya mwakata manim se mudi mu ya de papa nye bone na mudia nka will you cover your face to the point to say obi ogina fie no ma amoba wa hu mu o twa mo picture no o twa mo video o sans no posa mo abosan de ntotra sembe se ni phone age bubum ti o de hey Ghana for hu bone ya ye ho it will takes decades, it will centuries answer ya nu answer ya siam baba biana ya ba beduru a ye de aban ye de ye man ekoshe papa wensam in a Rambo star. Well, these are the faces of the guys. How can you go into somebody's house in this manner? Kro okobokro no ana. Ukodiewu. Uye kromfo. Anase uye aban nipa mrama ho kwan se kochi obi firi ni fie. Abusia wei ene akofa e de abeto ya ho. So na abusia yi enkrofo we kopie mo so mo kwa akochi sabio ye wura yi na yebeda MPP for mpanfo asese omo angina ho omo antena se ama NDC for amfa ntrotrasem ankopopo Reverend intim mfojo na mom na MPP for mpanfo so etuko share enkrofo no so se omo nya ntrotrasem ene the unlawful actor omo ye no na omonye de mra ema ho kwan yenkorenkonkotie MPP for mpanfo a omo epiemu ewo ho eko defende Reverend team for joy na meno so ntia the forcing arrest na maso na mom no later ono ankasa e follow one with his personal yankane say decision to go entirenkonkotie na yenfa na ase kese ema Sabio MPP 4.4 the parliament the mighty minority leader Yewura Sabio Fenyo Markins Yemfa nse asidan soma the secretary of the party and spiritual realm hey Yehuna Mario spiritual realm yenchi ono nso youth organizer na nabi sticker no nyina yeda mo asepa se omotumi etutu 1910 eko defende sabio yewia Reverend intim fojo na ema na ema nyina koye yenkonenkonkotie mpanfo we nsam omo kan ne wo ampini ne fie ho yeba ne atoa so
to tell us what is here. And MP himself, for Asin South, he is also present here. The Reverend Intimfojo is present here at the moment.
Can I have your attention?
And so we want to see...
Media men, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. So, I'm not the one going to address you. The mighty minority leader will speak to you. He will speak to you. And as you do know, this is the 88th Infantry Battalion. So without taking the wind out of his sail, please let's receive the mighty minority leader. Leader, all for you.
General
Secretary. The protocol is that General Secretary has to obey him. Then that's fine.
All right. So this morning we heard of this intimidation and harassment from the NIB. We least expect such a step to be taken by government by using agents of the states. Our country is a country of democracy. Yes. And I'm reiterating a point. His Excellency President Mahama, I don't see him as a politician. I see him as a statesman, because his term is his final term. So those who work under him should help him to leave a legacy. What we are experiencing shouldn't be part of his legacy. 4 years is far, but near. Ghana has been in this exercise for years, and we don't need what we've experienced this morning. The caucus expressed a view through its authorized member, Mr. Intim Fojo, a reverend minister and a politician. If government disagree with views expressed, government can also tell its side of the story. This is democracy. It's not about we are inviting you, you come with armed men. You know, about 20 of them. We don't need it. If you disagree, you disagree. In any event, the caucus is calling for a bipartisan inquiry into this matter. We should be able to judge all. But, well, they have de-escalated, they've left, they've gone back to wherever they came from. We want to assure the government that we will cooperate if they approach things in a decent manner. Absolutely. But we will not be intimidated. We are few, but a mighty few and a happy few. You know, there are serious matters for the state to consider. Joblessness, people need jobs, the Galamsey issues. So far, they have not demonstrated seriousness in dealing with the Galamsey. If some agent of the state would want to pay attention to trivialities,
this is democracy.
Then it is going to be the beginning of the end of this government, and it is not necessary. They should stop it. We are there to engage them. But let me make it very clear that Reverend cannot be made an example. Reverend is not a loner.
He is never.
He has not walked alone.
Yes.
He will never walk alone.
And he spoke for the minorities. A ranking member, of course.
As a caucus, we have our various committee heads. Yes. And he is the leader of the Defense and Interior Committee
of the moment
of our caucus. And he speaks for the caucus. And he expresses the views of the caucus. So nobody should make any attempt to single him out and try to come here, intimidate him. He he walks through this unfortunate valley of the shadow of death, but he will fear no evil. Because he walks with his God. And the strength of the mighty 88 behind him. So please, government officials, enough is enough.
Enough is enough.
Stop it. Let's engage. We are political actors. Let's assure the people that we are ready to uphold the promises of the Constitution and democracy. This must stop. Thank you very much.
What has been the compensation? We're engaging over there. What has been the compensation? You are live on TV. You are live on TV. Nobody can cover anyone. Truth will stand. Thank you for your prayers. Thank you. You heard. You've been in there for long. What has been the engagement in there?
Yes, Abusia. Now, Nsema, Yura, Afenyo, Marcus, but no intimidation. The NDC cannot intimidate anyone. There are serious matters, sir. The NDC must focus on to deal with. God, I'm saying joblessness. Their campaign promises 24-hour economy. No? That is what they should think of. And yes, intimidation, way, and it doesn't make sense. It does not actually make any sense. Say, caucus leader, I can't say. Now, what's the end of that? There was a winning, you have to come out and prove it wrong. Now, with the Yanis, same way I can't Ghana for Brim Storm Munjin, you know. The Yankana said the international communities are taking it serious. The airmaid company, no, Alupri, no, Omo company, no, are taking that issue serious. Say they are not aware of anything. Ferisofosu the other two about thing. So what is going on? What is going on? John Mahama, what is going on? Ferisofosu, who is the drug dealer? Why in a day Ghana mine their drugs? Come and tell us and stop intimidating. Because unfortunately for you, the MPP is 88, but Obi or Yemubako, just one MP of the MPP can shake your government down. Because you guys are just long talkers. You don't know what it means to lead a country. Abusuane mitie me ya ya ntimide mo besi ha na ochina ya ba abeto aso me de na ase ema me maame Diana Pia Benjamin me mo akwa abadawase na obre Khalifa Jaben me da ase na obre maame akua nyakon me da wase Abuajimeri me chiao Eric Achemfo me ma akwa aba echiao na obre e da wase Adwase wa me da wase pa mami afro me mo akwa ba ye da wase Ivan Sankama me ya me da wase Docas K akos me da wase pa me ya panyi samoro ko no wonso me da wase mami acha me da wase pa na mami retapia powder antwi me chiao mami ya afre mpoma me chiao ye pa me ya panyi kwasi asamoa wonso me da wase no bere Franklin ti ofre mpoma me da wase Esther K Barima I Fiora Bakope Michelle Yepa Would there be any Kumu group no show? Hey, already Ochina Saturday may fufu. I can't keep it no more. Or send me fufu na Bianca Samin TV Bini. I mean say yes, I'm eating. Master Damshi me wakwa pada wase enobre. Abusia my be phone last na to mutimi frɛ na wachire wadwen na ya na yekoya nim kwa. Me de mobesia metwen phone calls kakra mienu miensa bi na ye de bibia abana wiye. Meanwhile, a video way.
Miss him completely. Yourself, we share hard drugs. hard liquor. Look, the punishment comes to you, the one who is selling it. What do you mean, cotton like weed, and now marijuana, and now cocaine, mobi, say, me na me a producer of it. Now, uncle Amo ye, Unyankopong, and no dear, your fast papa, Wutong pet one casa won't call Amo, or best sell mo, a dear or the best sell mo. He doesn't care. But at the end of the day, you will face it yourself. You, your family will also face it. So, me say President Mahama, on to me in fact Ghana and yes say, because say the Ghana be yes idea we are. So omo kanu me cases ebedi. But Felix Owusu Kwachi and Kamini President Mahama Ofosu Kwachi and Kamini President Mahama, I will remove him from that place as a communication. I'm telling you. Why? Because of the things are okay in any. I'm telling you. And security officers after Mr. Honorable in team. I'm an honorable in team.
Yeah, Jaibusia.
What is saying?
I don't want kwa.
Then Yankopo say your life. I will lie so.
Say it's a mouthful. Now I say almost an hour to make. I will what come me biom to say yet to Abana. I will who come here may yarino.
Oh, I think.
Some idea someone see what Ghana then tina Ghana for to Abama NDC for adding. I will work bra. Welcome me be say 4 or 5 days and say me tiesa me to me da na me to me mano. Ya to aba. Ya to aba nyame adom oye. Ado show boy any ba wo mia mo Ghana ekọ. Ebi mo Ghana ko si ye na ko mo tu aso Ghana fo. E ba ne sen Ebane sena Ghana Franco to abaya ya trese jo Mahama bet task na we yi efiswa student na youth no omoni agino sena jo Mahama wa another agenda e woni tirimu. Yes. Jo Mahama ye wudi ni nerade Nyankopon se obi eni ho obeba esuru ahememu chise wa fa ne doba Yesu Kristo pe dodi ni moja hwie di good mo adapole bia chise onu pe na obetumi ka no so ehu ejamenim ne ba ne sena Ghana fodi asori fo echi Dr. Williams obi ni mwani ni akaka humudi ya mechimo kwa tu ababoni say mwankasa mudachi emma mwa wo muno jo Mahama be yi ba ho na mweni aji na se bi onu jo Mahama no ne mba na omugu abrochre bat any lotto sika kese wo mu no oja ne ba no ko Canada na abrochre no ono na wakotena ha no ya na osua ade
pa odon ko school kese o chana ba besia be di amamfo so o Ghana
Ghana fo muti ho yesremu nyame nka obi ahu na 2028 no sa NDC party ni midaso kana mesa ke biom omo ni bibi pape bi omo de be ma Ghana fo because fitin kruma me ma me ka kire me se nkruma ye kanka nyame apefo moja ni school kwala moja na odibu o man no Rollins ba ye the same blood Mahama ba ye yo no so Monto Mahama ba ye Ghana for mutie me wo media we so bi no we bi bi ana na atem ko akiri a Mahama ba ye esi wo Ghana na Akufo Addo ani ba omi abetena so 8 years no Ghana for weni hu sa nyama we education or the bremo se mo madachi se na anye ya mo bi no be ye am mo na bi ono wewu kọ na so the education e ma am me eto so me no maka galamse ene John Ramani Mahama or the galamse aye ono ni priority 24 hours economy no and the you fee 90 days of transformation no ono so ni you fee and then ne odi Ghana isio aye milo o wie yen so anso no ho wasa kwa kofa cocaine e de aye sichire de amamo manom biskoko to bet no na we ndia not na no aye mo bombo no mo di cocaine na piom so no masem ma no masem dachi we na mo pe we na Ghana fo mu tie mi a we na mo pe because John Mahama no me sha se kan se abeyo mo atu mama papa ya ba pawe papa oba for revenge. And I mean it. And John Mahama, me fwa so do your revenge to the last moment. Mama John Mahama in Ghana for. Sebio ye ke ye man ye bushe bi nyina mo wa brochre ha. Na mo se mo beto ababoni se ya e be somo anu wo Ghana. Aden na Ghana for mo sore mo koto abase mo de ma John Mahama. Any NDC. Omuntu gold ni nyina no mo ton. Na mesre na nanum any issue ni abosum kese a muji mo asase ni di na mo wo ejidie so ewo MPP mu so mo no betumi agi mo man na si ho no aka mo mbo mpai na gold no ni nyina mfi asase no so sisi ya emfi ho gold na enko na se nyame ya adum na ma MPP John friend say bawo miansa na chi no oba obeba nso na mufa gold no mufa bedum Ghana phobium mania NDC fo eye ewo Ghana no to say ye war revolution mu we are not military bra we are not what na brochre na wo hwe bra nipa bre democrats nipa ya ye bedum pepper so ma John Mahama ne ne kropoi tumo mu din bra e na bomi ya we
to was here I have mama I'm srawa I know when you to was yama home srawa because krofo we no udi omo achi a obedi omo anim srawa
bre ya tetio because baby awias you know any baby awiase ekono any to tro nsem an krofo atu kokromoti dia patu abade yi wo se wo promises a wo ye no eno na all ye omudi rewura nkrofo fi omudi rewura nkrofo adwuma mu a omudi cocaine aye your friend is say joint e wo Ghana eno nti na nkrofo mu abade ma John Mahama
amamfo finance no dealers cocaine dealers in the finance akwa ne niema to asoma me tio
yes any day for sure it's the all miss say omubenyo musika no omubenyi na niye me ya ne se dadent na Ghana fo mu kotu abade ma obi a mo yi no mo adadum so mo sa dum so wo be fi adwuma ba no wo nya nsuo show the wood a wo machi a wo nda na wasa sorry na 8 years na ado show boy ni ba wo mi atumi amakane agina so eba ni sen na mokoto aba say ye kan ye so ye friend say benpa any donka will omo wo tumi say wo a wo ye Ghana ni kokromoti no omo wo tumi Ghana for ye abro any selfishness any kwasias I just I dream be any omutirim why aden na mo be ma ye be kasa tia Ghana for bi no no makoto abama no ono aba for revenge any moja it's you people you should get ready there Dokrono any nkokon ketekete no 24 hours economy no ontumi nyi fi ho. Dokrono ontumi te so na rada mo no odi nsuo no mo adane milo ani sami jefi omo de adane milo ene sisi a na omo akofa cocaine so de abepe so odi sugar so abepe so abamo momba no besesen momba no omo besesen na ne ameka atwa nturo ne se twato no se MPP fo mpanyinfo a mowo edodima Ghana any MPP they be America one when me say boot to boot.
Yeah.
Boot to boot to say ene near me chiawo my cafe afe nyo Michael.
Marcus, yes.
Nyo Michael nya me ma won kwatente ogbo wo pan omo wa hon bibiara nya me ahihya ma Ghana ene ne ma omo Ghana no onfanfa wo mu na gina ne ka na Ghana enfa ne tumapa enfa 2028 nyame bo wu ne webusuafo nyina ho ba wo mia ado show boy enehwe a man of 80 something years wo John Mahama woni John Mahama woni Nana Akufo-Addo kwa Nana Akufo-Addo mu wenimu nyam sene. He looks young and happy face.
Yes.
John Mahama woni Nana Akufo-Addo gina ho Nana Akufo-Addo 80 plus no ne nimu wenimu nyam sene because bra check 2 pictures no just take the 2 pictures of them no be. The man said only power crash and is smiling and the color of his skin. What was see who different watching chum. John Mahama watching chum because of evil-minded and Krofomoja. Who Ghana for Munti John Mahama or no Kobe deep president, vice president, me no. Miensanso na okoyi. Miensanso na okoyi. Na mfantefo no America atro won. So wole won je NDC aba. Na chiza. Dem na odi wanyim dzimfu nyinaro a wo fantefo no. Wonye wo betwa wo moja won tumudo. Fantefo no make atro won. 2028, Mama won't repeat at the method of Mahama catcher the Ghana for what short memories no. Na me good ma a kind one. The Ayobia Mahama. Ena ni party no wasn't fanciful and imidiful. A tamil suko. Ata. Ono so quiet. Rolling time no so do no so aka. Ono so quiet.
The cry born answer oko.
Exactly. And then ode dumami Janet so ode junudu. Nyamen kanu ho ye de yentum ntaase na yentum ntaase nyamen kanu ho na mesa Ghana fu nyina wahu ba Mahama ni mojehwie na MPP NDC mojehwie ni nti ebia wobesan we chiri den won fa na nya wo nyankoma adze na wonye na asa na bebiem because see na want to nyina abededi yeah ewu president to crew ebe oh I miss mama na ka wonye ni twabo wonye ni hoho sika no adan me ka twa there enyama woye ni nyinara no wo hia bata no bia owo enufu a wodi botwado de dem time na me there na mama no krapo na me there efi na ya te do yare no. The first day I yet met there was my man and Miss was a mamman, what the bata for what book was a coachado. But baby, as some year do see Sierran or tread there won't to me. Let's what 2 years sooner, my means so few yards are, nature the mamma. And the end this from 1 year, then now fantaful 2028. Mamma will refit down. Mama one way free that one so what back can you both to end this for say what Ghana because when your parts I want to wait to die. It's a Mr. Some no am yo. Made that real home, the best hand, na yet in pipe also better witch in a yet na Ghana phones witch. Number Papa 2028 no. Ombo to yen nana na yen to aba papa so na yen fanji Ghana na yen fancy ho.
Amen.
Tim ya me sure no sure wait if we nara so.
On so man. That's bebre. I mean count.
Yo, bye.
Bye. Yama me Joyce edene de aba asemne de eya orehu wan hwe yi a waka de eni kwan se sabi we kana asemne ya orehu momento aso ne ntie video we na yemfa next call
no de sa information no na onu de ohun se nipa mu kan na onu so kan ye but oni we onu ne kan ye
contrary to the honorable team for just say obi akra invite
mfreno na ye wo country Felix Ofosu Kwachi is not communicating for President Mahama. He is communicating for Ghanaians with this type of attitude. Maminka it will push the NDC into a place that it doesn't want, and Ghana, all of us will be part of it. We don't need people who don't tell the truth to be communicators. We don't, because okay, when you tell the truth, you don't need a good memory to be able to end up remembering whatever happened. You don't need a good memory. Telling the truth is a thing to go.
And the Felix Kwachi so you think should be sacked
immediately, but the president with immediate effect should sack should dismiss him, not dismiss him completely.
Hello.
Hello, Mr. Mafo. Good evening.
Good evening to you. What to say?
Yes, Swadumayo, Michelle, knew what tea food now.
A tea food in Ajo so.
Hey, Major, so and this is for money now. Want to me and yet. And this is way money now, Mr. Mafo, Michelle, what tea for
yes.
Magumo one must Mahama see a catcher. Yes, so one ain't coming back. No one know what it up for you. I'm to say, Yanya, come on, the camoso. What to say, Yan? Come on, and the camoso. You also want to say, Ombra, MFS me. Because Mobano, ye catch remo. So, and ya dear move to me yet. Papa. But me question me person me forward videos to be sa and this for say. And if Felix Ofosu Kwachi say Mahama nya dia mu kana, why are you going to arrest Reverend Ntim Fojo?
In fact, yeah, that is the question.
Yeah, Busamo.
Yeah.
Sama kwa kutire na mu kwa wi en sensu sumu da ya. Reverend ya waye dan.
That is the question.
Yeah, Busamo. Because he's a good citizen.
Yeah.
And otukwan and one him damage ya edibe bro mine. Eti die benti na mokwa arrest no. Why can't you invite him and invite other members as well? I want the party. Namun kasa as a normal human being. Must you go and arrest him before you know, sir, what arrest no? Yebusamo. Yebusamo say, and no na mudi ba bem.
Yes, why?
NDC.
Mobile Chigana for you now. 4 years.
Chigana say you foolish people and amugu omanimu. Mahama, you should be ashamed of yourself. Don't call yourself as a leader.
Intolerant.
Man, friend, who say we a leader. We are to say ayi. Me kak bofuno krasimpo. Mr. Mafu Buame.
Very intolerant. Or you very dictator. Or you dictator.
Mahama, Edia didn't yan fanny papa na kufuado. Papa no, Edia na wonu wudom won kama no wunwan no. Ah, woman more mu dirty position.
Yeah. Okuja to.
Ediana wa akuja to sibo grass.
Aye.
Some judge na fuse balu no. Then nimu sa dia water no. Ediana ma fanya na Akufo-Addo. Ba mu ba vet ni nyina mu se mo yire mu na hwa mu.
Aye, industrious woman.
Aye. Mu se mo yire sa mu nya kukuduro. Mu ko fifa advertise fo nyina betenatene ho. Advertise fo ya mu ko wale wo mu. Mu di alu pre na ko wale wo mu. Enso na mu nya adwuma da. Nwan. Afa de se mahunu. Se mahunu mo smooth level. Most more majority in yes, yeah, so a power minority.
Yeah, powerful, very powerful.
Sensible one.
Yeah.
One more mudru baby, I did respect my woman. Hey, young country mo. Nyame baji Ghana, diama Ghana for Mahama.
Amen.
Dalaga Mahama.
Mr. Ibu.
We are confutati amwa. Papa, eti na adi akonfu etwa omu nyina ahia no. And we're not gonna have it. Koku na mode ba omani mu no. Akwantufuo, akwan wanya ni bibi kakra no obedi a.
Aye.
Odru hitra ne yede ni mu kua de na wo bag mfabra. Na kwatisifo etable sisi wo empty bed some years a omu arrest amanfo. Sisi a hitro ufriga na eba na kwatisi be ye adwuma sisi a. Just because of Mahama foolishness or the Ghana ho. Wo greedy papa you see wani briadia mamia bitimi bisam say eh na ya bonsama na sika no wo de kwa hene
ye wanya nyina chi
de wo wi aye after prof wo de call ye ani ayi bribe ahodo wo gira wo gigi ye monkoto plane bra na mo di bia to so hwe me adekronti a me ka say MPP for mpani for mo mani na o me say so ma ye first na mo nkasa na mo ye din pe
abeto aso
he eno nko a etuo nyina mo de beba kro no with aircraft.
Yes.
Mahama is the wicked soul. Oni ni nua Ibrahim Mahama eni asofo no mo ka ho no yenyi omu free mo
dabi omo ka ho pa omo ye compress
yenyi omu free mo de ne kuma chi said primary ye de aba na abo no Duncan Williams ne ayi de nanim wia se yoma no ayi kwa
kubofo ayi
nanim pro kan say you know wo mu nyina wo mo ka ho o mu nyina na me se sika pa na atomo kra say
omo bibi yo 4 years mu ware o ye be yo mu bi o ha o ye be yo mo adwuma papa
nyina Felix Esto wa yo mo bi anja wo mu da
dabi afi kura
ko ke na sa mo de ye nya aka o
dabi ye nya
aka until say international body no o ma yo mu investigation na wie ansa na ye be ja wo mo any reverend MPP for your semo mo mobilize no mo boy 88 for no ho ban tokro bia he mo ma money na ho mo banya amanfo a mo ba monitor omo areas ama wo mo
of course
edru ya na mo afre mu nyina na maba intel wo ho mo hwa mo musuye because these people are wicked. Omo ba mo hwe nipa afa ho awuo enipa ewu wo Ghana ye bobituo ye bi ayi money vendors ni ye kum wo mo nia mani ya gani no mi hunu bi ewo kumase mani ya gani aden Mahama nukejo Mr. Mahama, what do you want, mama? What do you want in Ghana? Hey, say we are criminal pana wo buy.
Very criminal.
Na ya kasa wa kwatena chire wasesa. Enso se aso obi a mute no ote ho.
Aye. Omo anu ma ye ma no.
Send me a plane and me so and you me.
Okay.
Yes, yeah, three.
And you pray pray asem and you may tutu. And you may tutu.
Na airport manager bi ese na ekufu ado appointing wa begina ho yo mame kan wanu tum o kan wanu tum e me issue statement bia sa wo de wani mienu hweto mu a wo yo oba na ase Ghana mbo a ebogu utri so e di entina Mahama bai aviation fo nyino yi wo madi e di entina na ka wo nko a because we are compressed.
Yes.
Na ekufu ado akwantua no wotu nyina wona na ade information mo okuja tabro kwa nipa boni mi se okuja to wo de se wo ye also ye the foreign
foreign minister
and the foreign minister no na wo be di awie no wan agu ho pacha wo wa funu se balu wa funu se ayi ye kan se ade a wode enwe ahyese na funu kana ho mua mugo na mu wie o man sika ya mo mfa mo sanya adwuma mo mfa mo nim de na mo education no education a wo kɔ nyina no ho resource wo he Ghana wo kɔ school so be wia Ghana sika eno ano no adan na mo mo man no ho ntɔ no man no ye mo de a o man no ye mo de a endi wo Rollins buy san wo de buy ye so okoto onwo ano mampa okoto enwo no ma na MPP fo empanifo ye pamo chow ye de nyame di sremo mo hihya mo nso mu die ye na me sesa ne be kan ye no mo hihya mo die ye mo mamani na ho na bia Mahama person of fafa Ghana ho no he won't succeed by the Almighty God dignity on succeed na ma no so amo ne na ewo no mo nyere mo ho mo nyina ye nimu
ai brane beso
Mahama free so a mo make sure say mo bedi na chi na mo ne nakọ dodi na Mahama ye maame ba akopɛ ye se kɔgym na ba na aban ni boma watumi atuam nika because the way I would no sade adokro no untumi nye hui ye first lady untumi nye hui because untumi ntu kunufo na wukunu tukrom ho nu wo chimie because sika no ye kasa hwa ne fa ne form na mo asesa na mo de kɔ krono eye Mahama de oni na busuafo like father like son.
Yes.
They see Ghana for Galam say say fe de mahunu nye enye MPP na na etu o. They see they atom Galam say na ma China for.
Ai korabo andi sine andi pa awurade nyankopon.
Omo baye eno masa kofa ayi Burkina for na yi no mu do ma beguma me say Ghana ebeye dito. Hey. Mahunu Ghana for moma yadie brebro yadie eni eyi kidney yadie eni mu bewu ankasa mu bewu na nadu kidney yi obe free abeka yam o be abeto abe so osan krata for kidney dialysis see so omo
betwam asan ba be kan kire Ghana for say enye nokore say ade bi sa na e wo ho
yo na omo na omo ko dialysis no omo hu se na rane
omo maka omo anu atu
eni so eni omo ko anu atu omo benyi omusika omo de ba akoye dialysis mo omo benyi omusika akromfuo ndc de krono ya mudo
enye krono ayin gombe ba aban mu krono nti omo ba aban mu ye be bo krono asan ko
media for no so omo we agimi for no
we akro ba awurade nyankopon but so there
esamafo na me fa wonsida
me da se bebere me da se e be se ate ho nka abusianfo ebre ko kakra ai me de mu besi ya na ochina masen aba bibia kumi ne mu akwa aba ye maame no le danya ko wonso mu akwa aba pa e de mu besi ya na chena asan aba behia biem e nyankopon ne pa e be sen hia me kusu ana me so se bomodena like video no na share mame and then your first time so our platform we so don't forget to say subscribe na wa like video no so aka ho say the ba life be a ubenya nkai bose yaba na waba abe support ye yeda wase se unya adaje ene bre ebe support ye say the tibia no chen be sin share makrao adios.